I want a divorce. He said it like he was asking for salt. Calm and casual, almost bored, and for a second I actually thought he was joking. But he didn't smile, didn't blink. He just stared at me like I was already gone. And that was when it hit me that he had been planning this for a while. Hey, if you love stories where karma hits just right, make sure you stick around and hit subscribe, because this one gets messy. So I'm Mia, he's Daniel. We were married for 8 years. No kids, good jobs, a nice apartment, the kind of life people pretend to have online. And honestly, I thought we were solid. We had routines, movie nights, inside jokes. But Grandma always said, routine can hide rot if you stop looking too closely. I should have seen it earlier, the late nights, the sudden gym obsession, the way he started locking his phone in our own house. But here's the thing, when you trust someone, you explain things away. You want to believe. So when he said divorce, I didn't cry, I just nodded and said, okay, and you know what scared him? That I didn't fight. The silence after that was deafening. He expected tears, screaming, begging, but I gave him nothing. And suddenly he looked unsure. Funny how that works. Grandma always said, people get nervous when you don't react how they rehearsed. We agreed to keep things civil, split assets, no drama. He even offered to help me transition. Yeah, that line still makes me laugh because 3 days later I found her. Not intentionally. I was using his laptop. He forgot to log out and there it was, an email thread. Her name, Chloe, subject line, can't wait to finally be with you. My stomach dropped, but I kept reading. Hotel bookings, photos, conversations that went back 6 months, and that was when it hit me. He didn't just want a divorce. He had a replacement waiting. I should have felt broken, shattered, but instead I felt clear, like everything finally made sense. Grandma always said, clarity is a dangerous kind of peace, so I didn't confront him. Not yet, no screaming, no throwing things. I just started watching. I became quiet, observant, invisible. And Daniel got comfortable. He started texting her right in front of me, smiling at his phone, laughing at things he never shared, and every time I made a mental note, dates, times, behavior. I even started documenting everything, screenshots, emails, financial records. Because here's the thing, if you're going to destroy someone, you don't do it emotionally. You do it strategically. Grandma always said, revenge is a dish best served documented. Turns out he was using our joint account for her gifts, trips, even a deposit on a new apartment. Our money for their future. And that's when I stopped feeling anything at all. No anger, no sadness, just purpose. I met with a lawyer, quietly, efficiently. And what I found out changed everything. Because in our state, financial infidelity matters a lot. And suddenly Daniel's easy divorce wasn't going to be so easy anymore. Now here's where it gets interesting. I didn't just want the divorce. I wanted the truth exposed, but slowly, carefully. So I played along, smiled when he talked, nodded when he explained how we'd split things fairly. Fairly, that word aged horribly. Meanwhile, I gathered everything, bank statements showing his spending, messages proving the affair timeline, even photos from his little business trips. And then I found something even better. Chloe didn't know about me. Yeah, let that sink in. To her, he was just recently separated. Grandma always said, a liar can't keep track of all their lies. So I reached out politely, introduced myself, and sent her one screenshot. Just one. Her response was immediate, confused, angry, panicked. And that's when I knew the dominoes were ready. I didn't push not yet. I let her sit with it, let the doubt grow, because doubt is the slowest poison. Meanwhile, Daniel was still clueless, still smug, still thinking he was winning. And then came the final piece, his birthday. He planned a small gathering with friends, family, even co-workers, and he invited me, saying it would be a nice way to keep things respectful. I almost laughed, but I agreed. Because sometimes people build the stage for their own downfall. Grandma always said, give them the rope, let them tie the knot, so I prepared not emotionally, but strategically a simple slideshow, photos from our marriage, memories and then evidence, clean, organized, undeniable. The party was perfect music, drinks, laughter and Daniel was glowing. Chloe showed up too. He looked surprised, nervous, good. Right after the cake, I asked for everyone's attention and kept it short and sweet. I just wanted to celebrate Daniel and our journey. He smiled. Of course he did, and then I hit play. It started innocent, wedding photos, vacations, everyone smiling. And then came the shift. Messages appeared, dates, hotel receipts, her name. Chloe's face went pale, the room went silent, and Daniel froze completely. And that's when it hit him, he wasn't in control anymore. Grandma always said, truth doesn't shout, it reveals. Chaos, that's the only word for it. Chloe stormed out first, crying, furious, and Daniel tried to follow, but his friends stopped him. Questions started flying, loud, brutal, unfiltered, and I just stood there calm because I wasn't done. I handed him an envelope, divorce papers, revised, accurate, devastating. His face when he read the financial terms was priceless because suddenly he realized what this was really going to cost him: money, reputation, everything. And for the first time he looked at me like he saw me. Please, we can fix this, he whispered. Fix it? After all that? I just smiled and said, you already chose. The aftermath was messy, public, inevitable. His friends distanced themselves, work found out, Chloe blocked him everywhere, and the divorce. Let's just say I walked away more than comfortable. Meanwhile, Daniel, last I heard, he's alone, still trying to explain what happened, still pretending it wasn't his fault. But here's the thing, people don't regret betrayal, they regret consequences. Grandma always said, a man doesn't miss the woman, he misses the stability, and that is exactly what he lost. So yeah, he asked for the divorce. He just didn't realize he was divorcing the best thing that ever happened to him. If you want more stories where karma hits exactly right, you know what to do. Subscribe, because trust me, this isn't even the worst one I've seen.